Self-awareness is an essential component to getting the life you want, to achieving your goals, to being able to do the things you want to do. The Johari window is a really useful tool that can help you really tease apart how you see yourself, how other people see you, how those relate or they don't relate. I like this picture here, that idea that you're just kind of opening your mind, dumping out the contents, sifting through them, and deciding what you want to take forward and what you don't want to take forward. I think that's really essential because it's really powerful when you stop and think about the fact that to some degree you are who you are, but to a larger degree we also have a choice in how we decide to move forward with purpose. So let's talk about how the Johari window can help you do that. So essentially the Johari window has 4 quadrants. These 4 quadrants represent the different ways that people see you as well as the way that you see yourself. What I find particularly helpful is that it also interacts both of those worlds, your world and other people together, and it gives you a nice picture that you can use to really define how you want to move forward in the world. So here are the 4 quadrants. If you think of it over here, these are the things that are known to you, and over here are the things that are known to others. And in between is that middle ground. So we have the facade, the arena, the unknown, and the blind spot. Let's take those one by one. Let's start with the facade. When you look at the mask up here, I think that really describes it. The facade is that idea that there are things about you, there are aspects of you that you know and that you have aware to you, but that you don't share with other people for some reason. There are a lot of reasons why we do that, why we keep things hidden. Sometimes it's safety, emotional, physical, otherwise. Sometimes it's lack of self-confidence. Other times it's just really not sure that you want to do that yet, that you're ready to trust to that level. So the idea about the facade is that there are things that you know that you're not sharing to other people. There are benefits to that, but there's also a price to it, or a cost associated with it, in that it keeps you from having really authentic relationships with people. They don't get to know the real you as you see yourself. Then there's the arena. The arena is the place where we want to spend the most of our time, because the arena is that overlap of the things that you know about yourself and that other people know of you. In other words, how you see yourself is how other people see you. If you see yourself as funny, caring, kind, the people around you also hopefully see you as funny, caring, and kind. There's that nice sense of congruity between who you are, how you feel, and how people see you as well. Then there is the blind spot. The blind spot is that area, it's kind of like in your car, just like you see that car window down there, the area that you can't see, that's what your blind spot is. The blind spot are things that are ways that other people see you. They're skills, qualities, traits that other people see in you, but perhaps you're not aware of yourself. The idea behind the blind spot is that it's important to be aware of how others are perceiving you in a way that you don't perceive yourself. It's important to become self-aware so that you can be more purposeful about how you interact with other people, or maybe even just get out of your own way. Then there's the unknown. The unknown is that area that both you don't know or see in yourself, and other people don't know and see in you. There's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but it can be an issue if you want to be, funny, and you don't see yourself as funny, and the people around you don't see yourself as funny either. If part of your overall goal for your life is to be a more funny, lighthearted person, then we have information here that, okay, it says, all right, we need to be purposeful and really think about setting up some goals and putting together some plans to help you become a more funny person to yourself and to other people. So let's talk about how we use this really helpful tool. Here's an example of the Johari window that you will be taking as your part of your assignment for this module. So as you can see here, there are a list of adjectives that describe a person. You are going to pick 5 or 6 words that best describe you. You're going to enter a unique name down here, so I suggest your first and last name, and then you're going to hit save. You're going to receive a link to a web page that you are going to send out to at least 3 significant people in your life. They will see this same window, and they will also enter 5 to 6 adjectives that they feel describe you. Now here comes the cool part. You're going to see some version of this. Here is my Johari window. So here, this is the area that is known to me and is known to others. So that's the arena. That's the area that, okay, this is, we all agree, I see me as this way, they see me as this way. Over here is the blind spot. These are the adjectives that other people use to describe me, but that I didn't use to describe myself. Over here is the facade. These are the things that I see and know about myself, but that other people don't see and know about me. And over here are the unknown. These are the words that I didn't use and other people didn't use to describe me. Now, this is a small sample size. And when you use your 3, I suggest that you pick important people in your life, but try to get a variety. Perhaps someone from your family, maybe a friend, maybe a significant other, perhaps even a close coworker, because we tend to have different personas when we interact in our different life roles. So what you will see is that, okay, giving, intelligent, and loving. Okay, those are 3 ways that I see myself and other people see me. So and those are core and important. These are the facade, the blind spot. What's also nice about this tool is that if you hover over them, you will be able to see, okay, who does see you as able? Who does see you as bold? The ones that are in red, light red, or darker red means that more than one person selected that particular adjective for you. So a way to think about it is, okay, it's interesting. So many people saw me in this way, but I didn't see myself in that way. So how do we talk about that and how do we work on that? So what you see here is a really important tool that gives you a good window into how you see yourself and how other people see you. And from here, we can make important decisions regarding how we want to be seen in the world. So the goal always with the Johari window is to maximize the amount of time you spend in your arena area. The idea there is to be as consistent as you can between how you think, you feel, and you behave internally and how you communicate with other people. The benefits of doing that is that you really will find that you become more effective in your relationships, you become more productive in your interactions, you will experience a deeper sense of trust in your relationships, and you'll feel a greater sense of cooperation from other people. So it's really a nice area to be in. Now, we also have areas of us that will be in the facade. So how do we really look at that? How do we increase the ways that we can live in a more authentic way? Well, one of the things is that you want to make sure that you decide what you want to share about yourself. You decide which ones you want to do, and perhaps maybe even you determine which relationships you want to share it with. Maybe you don't want to share a piece of yourself at work, but perhaps you do want to bring that into your friendships or your romantic relationships. Once you've established your target, you want to look at opportunities where someone can help you, can mentor you, can coach you, can teach you some of those skills. So if your goal was to be funny, well, maybe perhaps talking, maybe reading some books or watching a movie or talking to somebody who is funny, that would be a way to help you begin to develop that and bring it from the facade into the arena. Now your blind spot, this is the fun area because the blind spot, it really is like untapped potential. This is the area where, you can really decide, hey, you know what, I want to be known as enthusiastic. Okay, great. So how do you you have to do it by asking for feedback, perhaps of your boss or of your significant other. If I was enthusiastically supportive of you, what would that look like? And then once you have that information from a number of people, then you begin to set some goals and decide how you want to move forward with that. And then finally, the unknown. There's a lot of things that are unknown to us and other people, and there always will be. Some of the reasons why we have information in the unknown is perhaps low self-esteem. We don't see ourselves in a certain way, and so we don't project that to others. Maybe it's just a lack of experience or a lack of time. Maybe you've never had the opportunity to be able to be bold. So you don't know if you can be bold or not, and other people haven't seen you that way either. And sometimes it's fear of the unknown, really not wanting to try something new or break outside of your comfort zone. The thing here is really what you have to do here, break out of your comfort zone. Get help identifying traits that will help you be successful. So maybe talk to a trusted mentor or trusted people. Look at the adjectives in your unknown and pick the ones that you want to work with, you want to develop, and then seek out new opportunities to really be able to develop those skill sets. So now that we've got the information, let's do something with that. Let's apply it so that you can really make the most of this personal growth journey. So again, as a reminder, we all act and behave within all 4 quadrants. We will always have a facade, an arena, an unknown, and a blind spot. The idea, though, is that we want to maximize the arena, the area where we can be the happiest, the most congruent, and other people around us can be the most comfortable with us as well. So how do you stay in the arena? How do you make the most of your time in the arena? You can reveal yourself, you can seek feedback, test your limits, and reassess periodically. Let's talk about what that means. If you reveal yourself, you share your thoughts and your feelings as you have them. You let others know of your skills and capabilities, so instead of hiding them, you share them out. Maybe you volunteer for things. You let them assist you in reaching your goals. So if your goal is, as I used earlier, that example, to be a more bold person, allow them to help you or support you become a more bold person by making bold choices. The next thing you can do is you can seek feedback. By seeking feedback, that is really essential because, we all have blinders. We all have limitations to how we see ourselves. We'd like to think that we are very self-aware and we are very honest, but the reality is we only see what we understand. So it's important to not be afraid to ask for feedback because you just don't know what you don't know. You don't know how other people see you. It really is an important tool to helping you become the person you want to be. Next, we have to test your limits. You got to push yourself. You got to try some new experiences that are related to the goal that you have. Expand your comfort zone. Maybe even expand the people you surround yourself with so that you have the opportunity for new experiences and new insights. I really can't stress this enough. It really is important to push yourself outside of your comfort zone so that you can develop new tools, practice them, and really solidify them into a solid piece of your personality. Now that's a lot of work so far, but we're not static beings. We change all the time, and so we have to reassess. It's really important to reassess periodically. I encourage that you make it a regular practice, maybe on your birthday every year, maybe New Year's every year. Make it a practice to sit down and say, okay, do I still want to be bold? Do I still want to be funny? Have I achieved it? Ask for feedback of those around you. Maybe redo the Johari window and tweak it as you need. If you find that being funny is no longer important for you, but perhaps being energetic is, that's the time to really relook at your goals again and really rethink how you're going to do that. We're going to talk in a later module about how to make a really effective goal. But for now, let's just focus on identifying who you are, where you want to be, and what you want to accomplish so that you can spend the most of your time in your arena.